Okay, another problem I have discovered with these Smartboard projectors, in this case the UF55, is that they don't always detect the video signal correctly to align the computer image with the screen. What we have done here is we've turned on the projector, and then we turned on the computer, and it's Windows XP. It's done all of its usual startup processes with the the introduction screen to Windows, and then finally we arrive at the login prompt for the computer. And I'm not sure if it has to do with the black background here. I don't know what the deal is, but for some reason it does not properly have the left edge detected. The left edge is actually pushed in about an inch and a half from where it should be. So you see, if I move my finger over here, the arrow is misaligned. That's because if the image is properly detected, the arrow would be underneath my finger. Now if I pick up this window and slide it over to the right here, you'll see it gets cut off right here. See this? It's misdetecting the left edge. It's misaligned by about an inch and a half. And if we go over here and push this over here, well, it gets cut off. But the reason it's cut off is because it's clipping off the frame. That is the actual edge of the screen. So, okay, we'll log into the computer. In the desktop, take a moment to appear here. Okay, so now here we are at the desktop, and as you can see, we are pushed in by an inch and a half on the left edge, and if I touch, the arrow is misaligned by about an inch and a half from where I'm touching. If we look over on the right edge of the screen, oh, that's interesting. The clock is clipped off. And that's because the video signal is pushed over too far. And what's more, if we grab our Smartboard tools, oh yes, I can't point, I have to point a little away from them. So here I'll pick up the tools and drag them over. Oh, come on. It's a little hard to do this with the thing acting odd. Come on. Okay, there we go. Drag the tools over, drop them over here. Oh, that's interesting. Tools hang off the right edge of the screen. And if we hide the tools, they're almost completely invisible because the right edge is misdetected here. Now if I touch in the right spot, I can get it to come back. But this drives the teachers bonkers because now they think they have to realign the board. Okay, so now we shall go into the computer display properties, and we will go to the settings tab, and I will change the resolution to something else temporarily. Oh, it's really hard to do this with the thing misaligned. Alright. We will apply. And okay, now we've realigned it at 800 by 600 from 1024 by 768, and now it is properly all the way over to the left edge. We will let this time out as no, we don't want to keep that. We want to go back to where we were. And oh, now the left edge is properly aligned with 1024 by 768. And now when I touch the screen, oh, now the arrow is properly underneath my finger. So we get into a situation here where every time you turn on the computer with your Smartboard, the Smartboard is misaligned by an inch and a half to the right of where it should be. And so this irritates the teacher, and they reorient the board and do the touch and get it all aligned. And then you run a program that for some reason changes the screen resolution to 800 by 600 or whatever for some other program. And now all of a sudden the orientation is wrong because they had aligned the board for the wrong video signal. And so now that you have the right video signal, the previous alignment has now messed up the alignment. And so you have to reorient the board. It drives people crazy. And at the moment, I don't have a solution to this. I'm thinking of doing something to switch the resolutions when the computer starts up, but I shouldn't have to do that. I would almost say that the projector is defective, but they all do this. We bought a bunch of smartboards and they all do this. I see this problem occur all over the place in many different classrooms. So it's just an inherent defect in the UF55 projectors. Once again, I don't know if it has to do with the solid black background at the login screen, if that's confusing it, but that's not what projectors should be using. There's sync signals and stuff in the video signal that you can't see, and that's what's properly used to detect the signal. So I really don't think it's the background color. I really don't have an answer here, but nice product, Smart.